All right, show me a magic trick.
Oh, hello. Well, I'm so happy you asked there. So this is Calvin. I go by OG on TikTok, mostly known for walking throughout Toronto, but I think we can do a little thing that's lesser known about me. I'm going to entertain you guys a little bit. So we got a deck of cards over here. And John, I'm just going to riffle through here. Hopefully you guys can see the pips, and you say stop anytime.
Stop.
Right there? Okay, sounds good. You guys can look at that. There's no way I can see it because it's all the way over, over here. So let's see what we can do about this. I'll shuffle the cards up a little bit, and we'll just take a random card over here. Let's see, there are 52 cards, so 54. There are a couple jokers in here, but we'll take a random one. Is that your card?
No, it
No,
isn't.
it doesn't even look like it?
Not even
Not
close.
even close. We'll have to use a little bit of magic then, ladies and gentlemen. So just gonna gather a little bit of sprinkly dust and just wave it over there. That's how we get Johnny's card, the Queen of Spades, a nice black-haired lady for you and the fans. Yeah.
Pretty confident that was it. That was it. That was it.
They always do that to me, guys. It's been so many times. So good to share a little magic trick with you. We'll put these away, and let's get to what Johnny and I do best.
Walk
hit the
around
streets.
the city?
Yeah, hit the streets, shall we?
And what's this restaurant we're at?
Yeah, so we're currently at the Ham, not just Ham, H-A-A-M, but the Ham. It's the Ham, the only ham in Toronto. They do a fusion between Asian and Mexican. So you got tacos, you got sushi. It's largely Japanese and Mexican influence over here. Delicious food. You can get best of both worlds. I love it.
Well, I did not eat here, but OG just did.
I did with a guest earlier, and it was fantastic. The staff is also incredible. So kudos to them, guys. Shall we get a move on?
We shall. So let's head outside.
Let's do it.
And this is Adelaide Street.
Adelaide and Peter.
And just to
And
put some bearings on this one,
Yeah.
it is Thursday, October 23rd. The time right now is 3:45 p.m. It's about 11 degrees Celsius, so a bit on the cool side, but not too bad. You know who I am, and this is, we'll just go over it one more time, the Orient Gent on TikTok,
hello, hello.
YouTube. Where else are you?
We're also on Kick, and those are the main platforms. I would say, yeah, we'll roll on Twitch eventually.
All right.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Shall we do the downtown thing as we do?
I think so, and just given what's going on right now with the Jays being in the World Series for the first time, perhaps we'll head south
Sure. Yes.
down
Very
Peter
exciting.
Street for a block, and then it turns into Blue Jays Way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just make our way
Absolutely.
south down towards the Dome, and we'll have a little off-the-cuff, informal chit-chat on the way.
Absolutely. That was so exciting on the Monday. I was at DPS, David Picot Square, watching a slightly lagged game, but that was the energy was unreal. Everybody was hugging everybody, unconsensual embraces at left and right, but it was all in good fun, and it was freaking out. I lost my voice that day. It was, but I enjoyed it. So
And there was a pretty wild party after.
it was. There were like mosh pits in Dundas Square.
Did you record any of it?
I have it on TikTok. Maybe you should put some videos out. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I bought a bubble gun just to celebrate, and then once I bought it, I had too much chit chat with the store owner. By the time I went back, the mosh pit was like over. I'm like, the police had cleared everybody out.
Yeah, I saw
No
Front
fun.
Street was pretty wild, all the way up to Dundas Square.
Oh yeah, for sure. Where were you when it happened?
I was at home watching on
the
the
game.
OLED,
Nice. Okay. Sipping on.
some beers.
Hey.
They start going down pretty quick when things are tense.
Okay, so we're supposed to have a casual chat, but now that you mentioned that, I kind of want to get into some like funny nitty gritty. I don't know if you have you ever done a live stream with with something in your system under the influence?
Yeah, I have another channel, Johnny Stumbles, where I
Johnny
do a Sunday
Stumbles.
night stream.
Ah.
And I did this a lot more in the earlier days, but I would often have some edibles and wait for them to kick in on stream.
Okay.
Sometimes I would end up, digging through a box of cereal.
That's hilarious. Oh my.
Lately, it's a lot more subdued than that. It's just like a drink or two. It's not that much, but outside, not really. I don't think I've had like a few beers and gone live, but I've never been remotely hammered.
So, unfortunately, on the talk, I think we can definitely be under the influence. The problem is, we shouldn't be showing it. We shouldn't be showing any like something that depicts like a container of alcohol or something like that, or like a cigarette or something.
But you'll often see Twitch live streamers do that, right? They'll
Absolutely.
just kind of like show their whole day, like an 8-hour
For sure,
stream.
like sleeping too, right? Like full marathon. So those are some of the limitations of TikTok, as well as being like vertical. So you know, we do get a lot of cool perks and features, but at the downside of having like really a lot of restrictions, right? They got to save their asses. It's a lot of liability. I understand it as a company. You know, different game, different ball game.
So we are crossing King Street, and right when we get to the other side, this becomes
Blue Jays Way for some reason.
It was renamed, I think, in 1997 to commemorate the 92 and 93 World Series victories.
Yes.
Do you remember where you were, or were you even alive?
I was in my mother probably still. So I was a man trapped in a woman's body at that point.
Very relevant.
Yes.
In 2025?
2025, yes, exactly. And then I was born. So yeah, that was really cool. So 32 years of age I am now. For those of you who are wondering.
So it coincides with
yes,
the World Series drought.
Series, absolutely. So over on our right here, we've got the Bisho Hotel.
And they have a really nice rooftop, from
They
what I've heard.
Coast or something it's called. And you can see all of the city. There's a nice pool. This is new though. This is new. Should we check it? Should we check it out? This blue heart with the arrow
looks
through.
like a bakery,
Little
cafe
bakery.
kind of thing.
Yeah, Halloween decor. I think this is new, yeah.
So you just live stream around the city?
Absolutely. So these streets, we've been walking, you know, we're walking right now. We've walked probably hundreds of times already, so as have you. And I know you put a lot of focus generally on your, like the history and some like cultural aspects you want to share with people, is that correct?
Yeah, I try to come up with different talking points just to like have some, you know, I'll comment on the things I see and some of my experiences in the city and any little anecdotes and stuff that come to mind, but I try to fill in the blanks with relevant information, I guess.
You're providing value, and I really like that. That's something I wanted to do on TikTok as well. Now, the difference here on the talk is that, as you guys know, it's populated with more of the younger crowd, which means that they're more entertained by, well, random shenanigans. So guess what I do more of now? Random shenanigans.
Short attention span.
Short attention span. So sometimes, you know, I'll just like make weird comments or I'll pay people weird compliments.
Let's go over to John Street.
Let's do it, guys.
It's a little more interesting than the
absolutely.
So what kind of shenanigans do you get up to?
Oh, lots of fun. So sometimes we'll hit on girls in this Hongdae fashion, which is it's a trending meme now on TikTok. So he's like this very like toxic male chauvinistic guy who goes up to girls very openly and says, "Excuse me, are you the open-minded? Do you live alone?"
Does he target Koreans or
He targets
anyone?
actually the opposite. He's so his character likes foreigners to Korea. So that's his kind of prey, and that's why he's speaking English, right?
So that's his whole shtick.
That's his whole shtick, yeah. So we'll do things like that, and we'll do some magic tricks for people. We will randomly make sounds out there in the city. Trolling people. Sometimes there are a lot of characters, you know, like interesting characters, let's say in Toronto. I'm sure you know who I'm referring to. So, you know, sometimes we'll have conversations with them or whatever I can make out as conversation with them. I'm sure you've had some run-ins with these people yourself, Johnny?
I have. I try to avoid them. You seem to embrace them.
I have to.
Generally, I try to avoid.
It's a smart thing. Yeah, stay safe generally. But have you noticed, maybe just between me, have you noticed that recently, Johnny, the number of, I guess, homeless or zombified individuals are shrinking? Like this past year?
Or drinking? Or
shrinking. The number is like shrinking. Because I feel like I came back from Asia this year and I felt like I didn't see as many as last year.
Well, definitely there's less encampments. Like,
Right.
I remember during the pandemic, like the garden district around Allen Gardens was insane.
Oh yes, tent city.
And around Dundas Square, when they had the safe injection clinic, things were pretty nutty all day long in that area. So it's anecdotal though. I'm sure there's still people suffering and in need all over. But it seems like there's less.
Yeah.
You'd agree with that?
I would say so. Yeah, it just struck me when I got back from Asia this June. I was streaming all year last year, basically, from like late winter onwards, and yeah, somehow it just felt like wow, it cut in like 50% or so. This Mo for Coffee right here, I think this was started becoming popular. They have chains all over Toronto now. Ethiopian Coffee. I think
I've noticed that place.
a little over a year ago. I witnessed a break-in actually on live stream to talk about a live stream story, and called it in and just like kind of like blatant break and enter. So
that's kind of crazy.
yeah, but I felt like that energy isn't so present this year. So maybe things have tamed out. I'm not sure. What's the craziest thing you've encountered that you're able to speak to right now on live?
Well, everything I've ever recorded is on the channel, so I guess
True.
nothing's really off limits. Oh, by the way, earlier you mentioned David Pickett Square.
Oh yeah,
that's
DPS.
right around the corner from here.
Absolutely.
So I heard the Blue Jays games are going to be showed at City Hall for the World Series.
Okay, wow, that's gonna be heavily populated then.
But things,
Can't wait.
I mean, I once almost got smoked by a car turning improperly, and then in the same shot there was a car accident. That was
Oh
pretty
wow.
nuts. Last
Right
week
place at the right time, or
Last week I was walking through Little Jamaica and a guy followed me on a scooter, and he apparently told another guy that I'm like following people around with my camera. So then this like big burly dude comes around the corner and like starts trying to intimidate me, telling me off. And then this totally crazy fucking guy told me to stop harassing him. And I was like, wait a second, you're harassing me. Like, I'm not following you. You guys are paranoid. So that type of thing, though, is few and far between these days. I think one thing that helps is there's an army of people walking around the city with cameras.
Yep.
So it's, you know, the people that take offense to that sort of thing have all had moments to engage and realize, like, okay, this isn't going away.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is a public space, and when you step out, you know, that's the way the world is. You've chosen to live in the city, probably, or you made some choice. So,
Well, you had a dude who pulled a knife on you, right?
that's correct. Yeah. I'll talk briefly about that story. So, it seemed he was a little bit out of his mind.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, so he was like a good, like maybe 10, 12 meters away from me, like whispering some sort of mumbo jumbo. And I had the phone just like in front, just the way Johnny would do, you know, holding it straight, not anything in particular, but just walking the streets, talking about it. And I think he had assumed I was overhearing some sort of, I don't know, top secret information, and so he literally ran over and tried to grab the phone out of my gimbal, and I was just holding it close to my chest, backing off, and he kept on lunging for it, at which point, you know, I was like, hey, what's going on? I don't know what you said, what are you saying? And he's telling me to delete the footage, and I'm telling him this is a live stream, sorry, like there's no footage here.
It's kind of not possible.
It's not possible. But yeah, eventually, you know, I was trying to gauge, because normally you're not a normal person if you run up on someone, right?
No.
So I'm like, okay, this is an aggressive person. I have to put a little bit of aggression back just to see where he's at. Is he willing to actually do something? And he knocked the phone right out of my hands. Very bad luck. It probably hit something like sharp over here. So even though there was a protector on it, it cracked. And we had a little bit of a verbal dispute. I picked it up, and okay, I immediately thought like, well, I can't engage him, but I have some footage, I have some evidence right now, on the phone, and I have another phone on me, I can try to call police with it. So I tried calling police, and my job is to like keep him around, so I was trying to tail him, and eventually he just didn't like being tailed, so he turned around, and I'll give you an idea, he goes out of his pocket and he says, I'm gonna fuck you up, he goes like this, he opens it with one hand, he starts walking towards me, thankfully,
See, if I were in your position,
yes.
I would have turned around and just used my feet and gotten the hell out of there.
Johnny
The first hint,
sprints.
the first hint of a weapon,
Right.
but you did the opposite, right?
I did, yeah. I fought fire with fire. So
Here, let's just go up by the dome. Why not?
yeah,
We're here.
absolutely. So little interim here. We're nearing the CN Tower and the Rogers Stadium, formerly the Sky Dome.
Still the Sky Dome.
Still the Sky Dome, depending on who you ask.
If you're a
I
Rogers
like Sky
shill,
Dome. I like Sky Dome personally. It's such a cool name. Why do they change it to? Why don't you just call it Rogers Sky Dome?
because nobody would have said the Rogers part.
Rogers part. Come on, Rogers Sky Dome is just a cool name.
And
Come on.
there's a Sky Dome in Korea now.
Losers, they copied us. Anyway, so yes, he pulls this thing out. It's a laughably tiny blade, I will say, but it is a blade nonetheless. Thankfully, I just so happened to that one night just put something in my pocket that is far more intimidating. So I simply brandished my own pride, and
that was not on film?
That was
Or-
not on film. No, that was not on film. And then he, well, if you watch the video, he calls me a cheater.
Well, sometimes it's necessary to hold something
Yep,
that can,
absolutely.
that can save you in a situation.
I'm sure. If a guy like you is out there, you got to find a way to keep yourself safe as well. And
goes
a train is coming into Union Station over here from the west.
From suburbia,
Suburbia.
dude playing the anthem on a recorder.
It sounds like an anthem. Of sorts, yeah. So very important to keep yourself safe. Unfortunately, he got away. I put in a police report. Maybe 6 months later, like they have his face, so they might catch the guy, and I might be able to get paid for my phone. But, well, I'm not betting on it.
Yeah, I was sucker punched once.
Oh, no,
On April
really?
Fools of all.
Oh, was it a joke or
No.
he actually punched you?
And he ran off. The whole thing was caught on like TTC security.
Oh wow.
They assigned like a detective
Oh really?
who was like fairly proactive. He would like follow up, let me know like where they were in like their investigation. Like,
Oh wow.
We've put out like a thing asking all police in this district if they recognize him.
Really? And
So I feel like they did an adequate amount of work to make me feel comfortable that they didn't just like brush it aside.
Oh really? Okay.
But
Well,
also, I was on like the front page of a few media outlets after that. So part of me was like, are they just doing this because
Oh yes.
they know I can say if they did nothing, like, oh, they did nothing.
Right. That's sort of what I did with my
Like,
video
like
when this
I don't
happened.
want special treatment. I just want to be treated the same.
As any other
For everything,
law-abiding
right?
citizen, sure. Yeah, that's sort of what I did when that incident happened, as well as I try to like sensationalize it a little bit. Not that the police is incompetent, but they sure looked incredibly incompetent. They didn't pick up the phone for a little while, and then after that, they asked me 50 completely irrelevant questions to like the situation when, sir, there's a knife. This guy came at me with a knife. He damaged my property. Like, what more do you need to know? Send someone.
I love this view of the South Core, by the way. Just something.
The buildings, the colors of the buildings look real nice.
They look
Reflecting
cool
the sky.
with the rain clouds overhead, and the
Oh,
CN
yeah.
Tower looks pretty badass.
This is something to be proud of, the CN Tower, honestly. Used to be the tallest structure, freestanding structure, until the oil princes and stuff started flexing.
And unsustainably building out a city in the desert.
Right.
There is the Sky Dome. I was at the opening series here back in 1989.
89? Wow.
Was it before your time?
Yes, wow. Incredible.
Did you even try to get tickets for the World Series?
No, not even. I'm not even a big sports fan, but as a Torontonian, I had to get hyped about getting the qualifiers for the World Series, and so yeah, that was it. And yeah, I would like to see the game, see how they progress, but not for $5,000
Yeah,
or something.
I went to game one of the last series, And Ticketmaster has just rigged the system. Like, I logged in, I got in the queue, I was assigned like 60,000 and something. I know people that logged in way after me that got a way better queue spot. And I don't know a single person that wasn't able to get tickets. Everyone was just presented these resell tickets.
Oh, wow.
So clearly Ticketmaster is just prioritizing people that resell tickets, because then they get to sell the same ticket twice.
Yeah.
So it's a load of bullshit. And it's funny, Doug Ford was speaking out against the practice of ticket gouging. But he's the one that killed the law that limited resale values in 2019. So that piece of shit basically caused this problem, and now he's crying out against it. Very typical Doug Ford nonsense.
Politics, man.
There's Ripley's Aquarium. This is at Tourist Central.
Have you been there, Johnny?
Ripley's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a video going through there.
Did they allow you to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did you need any express?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Same with Little Canada. I went through there.
Oh, wow. Cool. I just wonder because, like, you know, like on one hand, it gives them a little bit more, promotion and exposure. But on the other hand, like, then everyone kind of gets that experience already, and then it becomes you're kind of like poaching, pirating.
That was kind of my thought.
So I'm like,
with Little Canada. Because I'm like,
because Little Canada, I mean,
if you saw that might kill your motivation.
You might not want to go anymore.
But part of it is you're doing people a service. There's people with like mobility issues, people that are just advanced in age and can't get out.
100%.
There's people that used to live in the city that are probably never coming back that would love to see it. So there's that side of the coin too.
Definitely, yeah. I just like it's impressive. Like as a business, they don't. They're pretty lax about these things. Like Little Canada, especially. I've seen a lot of Little Canada like media posts, and it just shows the entire interior, and even like talks about it in length. And I'm like, oh, I feel like I live right next to it. I don't feel like going anymore.
What's going on up here?
Oh, wow. A lot of, looks like 3 cruisers. Oh, they're coming this way.
And it looks like
blockaded?
They're blocking off Simcoe.
Oh, wow. And his sirens are on until here.
It's not exactly speeding, but...
No. It looks pretty relaxed. They're setting up a perimeter.
Oh, there's another one.
Another cruiser going this way.
Is there a game tonight? No, there's a game tomorrow night for the Blue Jays, and I think the
that
Leafs
cruiser's pulling off. It's going the opposite way? Huh. With sirens. Whoa.
Yeah, I can't figure that out.
They're trying to find someone?
Beats the crap out of me.
Interesting. Metro Toronto Convention Center to our left here.
But it has been raining lately for the last 5
minutes.
It
is.
Or so.
It's kind of like a sun shower. A little bit of sun out here. Hopefully it'll go away soon. It's very light.
So this is going east on Bremner Boulevard towards Union and Scotiabank Arena. So how often do you go live in a week?
Oh, man, maybe like minimum 5, probably oftentimes 6,
so more than
even once a day. So sometimes 7. But it'll be for shorter times, shorter spurts if it's the 7.
And usually later in the day?
It'll be usually later in the day. I'm usually doing some stuff and work until about just late afternoon. I would say like anywhere between 4 to 6, 7, and I'll reserve that time slot sometimes to socialize, and then like an early dinner kind of thing, and then after that, we'll usually head on live from 8 p.m. onwards, and sometimes I can be on live until crazy hours in the morning, like 4. Which is, it's rare, but it does happen.
So how long is your average stream?
How long? Maybe 4 to 5 hours, I would say, 4 to 5. We're known as I think we're known for being the night walkers, although now it's getting colder in the evening, so we might shift things over a little bit earlier just to stay a little bit warm, have some sunlight, and have some people out, because there are no shenanigans when there are no people to, to fall victim. So I'll put it that way. Yeah. How about you, Johnny? Do you ever? You're very cordial with people. I always see you usually keep to yourself and stuff like that, and you don't really get involved too much. You don't really shake the boat at all. Do you ever feel like you want to, just for fun, see what happens in this scenario if you do it, like on a personal level?
My whole
Tempted?
thing is it's more of a fly in the wall kind of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather people not even see there was a camera kind of thing. When Taylor Swift was here, I was like asking some people like, where are you from?
Oh,
How much did you pay?
right.
But that was more of the exception to the rule. Usually it's just, this is your experience as a pedestrian in the city, minding your own business.
Right. Oh.
There's a neat reflection of the CN Tower.
Yes.
And if I did like put the camera in someone's face, I would normally ask them ahead of time, like, do you want to be on camera? I don't just like, I know some people do that, but I don't. So that's just the way I operate.
So about that, I was meaning to ask you this earlier, but you've taught at Hagwon in Korea for 5 years, as I understand, and you've traveled to many other places in the world, in particular Asia, right? So do you find that people in Toronto are much more camera shy or have issues with appearing on camera? Like I notice a lot of people, for me personally, they'll do like this feign. They'll do like this feign thing where they look like they're brushing their hair, but you know they're just covering their face, sort of thing.
Honestly, I haven't noticed
a
difference.
Really?
I have not noticed a difference.
Really?
I got told off once by like this crazy lady in Amsterdam, of all places, for recording in public, which is perfectly legal there.
Amsterdam, okay.
She just came up to me in a public square, and I had viewers that were like from the Netherlands being like, okay, she's a nut, just ignore that. But yeah, in Japan, people could be a little shy about it, but not to the point.
Definitely in Japan, yeah.
But no issues there. I've live streamed and made a ton of content. Zero issues in Korea. I think as long as you're not like a nuisance streamer like Johnny Somali or Vitaly or...
So in Japan, you didn't feel like you had to like keep your voice down to like a pipsqueak level or anything? Because like I felt a huge difference between Japan and Korea, for instance.
On sidewalks and stuff, I have the microphone pretty close, so I usually just speak I don't like other people hearing what I'm saying anyways.
Oh, okay.
So...
okay, so you're at a comfortable... Right.
And if I'm inside, I definitely talk a little quieter, but I do the same here. Like,
I gotcha.
Yeah, Koreans are a little louder than...
Definitely.
Well, outside of Japan, people are louder.
I would
generalize
agree.
it that way.
Yeah. I felt, so I was in Japan for 3 months this year, and I felt really clamped down because maybe, as you can tell, I'm a little bit more loud-mouthed or un-Japanese, as you just put it. So when I left Japan, I felt like a huge burden off my shoulders when I was in Korea, because like I was speaking and I didn't feel like I had to like look around everybody and worry about it. Now I speak the Japanese language. I was in Japan for 3.5 years, much like you were in Korea teaching English. So like I guess when I know the culture, I feel like extra bad because I know what they're thinking. I know they're like, this stupid gaijin. But you don't feel that in Toronto? I felt like Toronto was more. Now they're going to be open to people streaming, but then like people who have an aversion for the camera, I felt like were much. I felt like there were more than you'd expect.
Here?
Like people dodging the camera or like didn't want to, they put something in front of their face. I don't know. Like, do you have something to hide, or the camera shy? Like,
I
you ever
don't
get that?
notice that a whole lot, to be honest with you. Often, I just kind of march, though. I walk very fast, and I just kind of like...
You do walk fast. By the way, he's walking I don't know if you guys can tell, but he's walking fast. If you try to stalk him,
all right.
Ain't happening.
Well, I'll show you something when we get to the other side of the street.
I thought I walked fast.
Now, you're going to have to explain that footwear. What the hell are you wearing on your feet?
Okay, so these are like a two-toned cap-toe Oxford. So just like, one piece of leather, one piece of leather, one piece of leather over top. And they just do it in kind of two different tones over here. It makes for, some nice contrast as well. So I like that. I also like to pair it. As you guys know, I started out as a fashion streamer, so I like to kind of pair my accessories over there so that you get some nice contrast and everything.
So this ties in with the whole gent.
That is the gent part, exactly. So to explain,
Is this
finally,
how you dressed in Japan?
this is how I dressed in Japan. So I was maybe less well dressed before going to
Let's go
Japan.
north up
Yeah, I was less well dressed before going to Japan, but you know, I bought my first few suits when I was going there to teach English, as they do for you in the hagwons in Korea, and so. Yeah, I learned to kind of understand the corporate fashion a little bit more. I noticed their suits were much more slimmer fitting, and I thought it looked pretty nice and sleek, so I started buying some stuff over there, read some magazines, read some articles online, watched some videos, and really got into what we call sartoria, or gentleman's classic fashion.
So you didn't look like a typical salaryman. You were a little bit...
Yeah, it was a little like
because you'll see a lot of that in Korea and
the edges.
Japan. Man with like just basic dress pants,
Oh, that's what you mean.
shirt and
Oh,
collar.
yeah.
They look like they hate their
penguins.
life just going in and out of the office every day.
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
That's, they call them salarymen in Japan.
Yeah, salaryman. So yeah, no. So those are like corporate office workers. For us, we were teachers, right? So we had a little bit more liberty. I think we could take some liberties in terms of our fashion. So I'd wear some suits that were red, or like burgundy, at least burgundy, not red, because that would be a little crazy. You know, some greens, some really light blues and stuff. So yeah, I think for us, you know, us being foreigners, even though I look Asian.
That guy just shouldered me.
Oh, did he?
I didn't even try to move.
Some
I did,
people-
I did like a half turn, and he like fully squared up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe he doesn't like the camera.
If you weren't with me and I wasn't holding the camera, I totally would have said something.
Yeah. Oh, I would have. Hey, I'm here to back you up, man. Johnny fights. Let's go. OG's right there with you.
I have zero intentions on throwing hands, but
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you, man.
Absolutely tell someone.
I will top. That guy was like 6'3". I'll topple him for you, man. Like, I love to topple giants. Anyway, yeah. So that sort of, I guess, being in that environment allowed me to like experiment with fashion, and so the reason why I started Orient Gent, you know, was to simply try to take some of that passion that I had building my wardrobe over those 3 years, and you know, teach it to the young man over here who seemed to have where'd he go? There you are. So seem to have the young man here who seem to have a lack of quality role models, male role models. I feel like, I don't know, it's the extremists, like your Andrew Tates and your Jordan Petersons out there.
So are you okay?
What's up?
I don't see them as role models.
Well, good. Good. You know, can't speak for everybody, right? They're on social media, so they'll see it.
They have a following, but
they certainly do. And a very strong one. And it does speak for something, right? It does speak for their marketing, but also to some degree for their message. I just wish, you know, it's more for the everyday person. Shall we go up this way?
yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So how about you tell us a little bit about your experience? So a lot of people probably know you for your Toronto stuff, but how old were you when you went out to Korea for your first time?
27.
27, right. And what inspired that trip, like to leave Toronto?
I just changed careers. Well, not careers, but I got a better job in the industry I was working at.
Okay.
We're at Front Street, by the way.
Yes.
And after like a year of that, I'm like, okay, I'm 27. This is where I should be in life. Like, it was clearly a better job than what I had. Better salary, benefits, all that. And I was just like, this can't be it. So I just walked away. Went to teach, and then after a year I came back. I got a job offer. I was staying at a house that my two best friends were renting together. They had a spare room.
Oh, cool.
So I started looking for a job.
Must have been fun.
Got a job interview. Got an offer. At the same time, someone I knew who worked in Korea, who worked at a university program, mentioned me, and they reached out and said, hey, do you want to teach here?
At a university?
And I was, university language program.
Ah.
And they're like, you know, we'll send you the plane ticket. You'll get like this great new apartment right at Gangnam Station.
Wow.
This was like $1,000 more a month than I was making at the previous, which
That's
is a lot
awesome.
for like a teacher.
For a teacher, yeah, it's huge.
And
Wow.
I was like,
dude, that's a great gig.
And then I stayed there for 4 years.
4 years. Of course, like in Gangnam, that'd be amazing. Wow. Dude. And so, like, did you have any teaching experience prior? I mean, like a certification?
No.
So,
Well, no, I had a TESOL.
A TESOL, yes, the online one, right?
Which is bullshit because I
Yes.
just downloaded answers to these.
Yeah, I have that as well. But you know, it is a teaching. For those of you who don't know, it's an online teaching certificate.
The TEFL or the TESOL were the two. Have one of those
Yes,
two.
exactly. So you had that, and you taught for a year, and so they just enjoyed your teaching so much that they were able to recommend you for university language.
Well, my friend who worked there knew me because we met in Hongdae, just drinking like degenerates.
Of course.
So I think it was more selfish, like, hey, I want to bring in someone I know.
Oh, okay, there you go. Wow, awesome.
That's kind of how the world works sometimes.
It is, yeah. You just got to drink it out in Hongdae with some people. That's how you do it.
We're heading north up York Street, by the way. So I'm guessing you're not like the carry-on only type when you travel.
Carry on, no. So yeah, I do
not check bags. I'm a backpack and a really small roll-on, and that is it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Even if I'm going for like a month.
I'm like this guy right here. I'm like this guy. So I've got a medium suitcase and a backpack usually. So I've got, obviously we have to have our backpack to carry all our electronics and other things, you know, to keep in the Orient Gent spirit, I have to have some degree of fashionability. So I do like a little, what do you call it, capsule wardrobe thing in there. Keep, you know, 3 colors generally, and just have like multiple pieces in them, just so that you know, I can look.
What's your footwear situation? Do you bring running shoes even?
I do, yeah. I'll have 1 pair of running shoes. I'll have some, and then you know what I found out though is like walking the absurd hours in Asia that I was, like I'm talking 10 to like 13, 14 hours a day. I had to just offer sneakers, and they're just easier to put on, take off. Like a lot of you might not really understand what goes on behind the camera, but we're holding gimbals, we're holding cameras, there are things to plug in everywhere, and like we don't have enough hands, and so the less hassle you can have, you know, the better. So even OG makes some
so the last thing you need
sacrifices.
Are your feet to be screaming at you.
Absolutely. So you've also traveled to many different places. Korea, has that been the place that made the most impact on you as a person? And if so,
I see it differently than everywhere else because I lived there. Visiting a place for 2-3 weeks, even a few months,
it's different.
It is not the same as like that lived. So I have to exclude Korea when I talk about places to travel, just because I don't see it through the same lens.
Yes.
But anyone who says I'm going to Japan, I have a few weeks, I'll say, you know, carve a few days out of that and go to Seoul. It's like a $200 flight. It's a few hours. It's a whole different culture. Go see it.
Yep.
If you like Tokyo, you will like Seoul. So
Absolutely.
I make that recommendation, but I can't compare it as a traveler just because I'm biased, right?
Right.
It's like me comparing Toronto to Montreal. What's better to travel?
Sure. Absolutely.
I feel like the traveler me would prefer Montreal, but the me who lives here would prefer here. So.
I feel like I might lose some points with Torontonians just because even though this is my home, and I may even run for some sort of office at some point later in the future.
Be careful what you say now.
Yeah, I know. I said May.
This video's forever.
I said May. I know, it's forever.
This video's forever.
Well, it might be like that one weird Donald Trump video when he was 30 something, and he said he would, what, you know the video I'm talking about. Anyway, May is the operative word here. So
just remember, he is young now when we record this.
That's true. This is true. Yes, I might. We might not even have YouTube in the future. We'll be like holograms in the brain and stuff. It would be fun.
Are you okay if we just walked up to like maybe Nathan Phillips Square?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, let's see what's going on over there. Always good to see the Toronto sign. So where was I? Oh yeah, yeah. I might lose some like Torontonian views here and there, just because I try to take a very like objective look about things. Like I talk about China often because I visited there and other places, and compare things. And so, you know, and like I said, I don't have like strong like sports viewer experience, so I'm not like married to things. But you know, this past time seeing the hype, like it was a lot of fun.
So what's the unpopular view we're getting at here?
Unpopular view, I guess just that like
you said you were going to say
always
something.
say the nice thing. I won't always say the nicest things, but I'll say the good and the bad, right? I'll tell it like it is.
Well, that's what I'm like. I'm complaining. People sometimes will get comments like, "Oh, you're always so positive." I'm like, "No, I'm not." Have you listened to what I say? Like,
actually, I get that too. That's weird. People selective hearing.
People hear what they want
Yeah,
to
they
hear,
wanna
but I
hear,
try
yeah.
to be a realist with things.
Right. It's not all hunky dory and rainbows all the time, but it is what it is.
But you can say that about every big city on earth.
Oh,
You're going to find
100%.
tons of good and tons of shit and everything in between.
Yep.
So it's
I guess it depends who you ask as well. But you know, to say really good things about Toronto, honestly, we have a really good variety of food.
probably the best in the world.
Probably the best in the world.
Outside of like fine dining, where we don't have as much
We're
as
not
like in New
as-
York or Tokyo.
Absolutely.
But in
yeah.
terms of like authentic cuisine,
Authentic cuisine and the variety of it, it's
hell,
unbeatable.
Scarborough probably has the best food in the world. if you
I think so.
about
Yeah,
it.
Scarborough itself. Yeah, and it's a suburb, right?
Like people say, where do I get world-class Chinese food? I just be like, go to Scarborough.
Go to Scarborough, go to Markham.
I mean, you'll find it downtown too, but you'll also find it in the suburbs.
And
which
it'll
is
be great.
Which is crazy.
And it'll be decently priced, over there. So that's awesome. Downtown, as you see unfolding around you, can be a little bit expensive to live in as well as to eat in.
A little bit.
And
That's an
I'm
understatement.
trying to be a little conservative with my language here, but
I love the skyscraper
trying to
canyon.
stay positive, as the viewers say.
I don't want to dox you, but you live downtown, right?
I do, yeah, and I'm not too far away from here. I'm in the finance district, so I don't know if I mentioned this to anybody yet, but yeah, OG also, very much like your boy Johnny, has also worked in finance just down the street, like a couple buildings that way on King, and that was a good shtick for about like a year and some change. Working on my way to as an investment advisor. I was doing a lot of administrative work, and I just kind of got brought into it, very much like your friend who just pulled you into the teaching. Just through a buddy, but I guess like ultimately I wanted to do it because I was curious, but my heart really wasn't in it. And I'd done enough corporate in Japan as well to be like, offices. So yeah, are you happy with the trajectory of like what happened with your life after your stint in finance and this teaching?
Yeah, I haven't stuck to one thing for more than 5 years. Like when I graduated from university, I went and I worked at TD for 5 years.
Yep.
Then I changed and I worked at this other company, AXA, for a year. Then I was in Korea for 5. Then I came back and I worked at a brokerage, and then I went to a big firm downtown, at First Canadian Place, for 5 years. Then I briefly changed jobs, and then I jumped into this full time. And now I've been doing this for over 5 years, and part of me is kind of like, this is normally when you bail on stuff.
Right. Yeah, but it's been 7 for you, right?
Full time since 2000 August, so
Okay.
a little over 5.
A little over 5.
But yeah, in total, probably 7
Right.
years.
And so this like 5 years, has it been like some weird affixation for you, this 5 years as number, or has it just been naturally like, okay, 5 year, I just feel like...
I think that's just when you, or at least for me, something internal kind of just gets fatigued to the point of like, I don't really want to do this anymore. So that's what's kind of scary.
Right.
Because there's days when I wake up and I'm so unmotivated to like do anything. But I make content every day, right? Like this video I'm making today is going to go up tomorrow morning.
Right.
And when I'm at home, I don't want to go outside. But when I'm outside, I'm like so glad I did it. I'm so glad
It's so hard sometimes. You just gotta get out the door, right? Gotta get the door. And so I think that's the issue we have a lot, is like we have the comforts around, and when you're around too much comfort, like you just want to stay in it. And so I recall an experience, a time I had in Japan. So my AC dual heating and cooling unit broke during the winter. And so I remember it being so horrendous. Like I would get obviously under the futon, it was so super warm. But as soon as you come out of that, oh my gosh, it's hell. And then I just have like the living room. It was a 1 LDK, if that means anything to anyone. So just one living space, and then a corridor with like washing machines, kitchen. It's all like in this like really tight space, narrow corridor. And when you open the door from the living room to the corridor, just because it's less insulated, it would be even more cold in the corridor. But that's where my shower is. So, but this is what I would do. I started taking cold showers. I don't know if you'd ever do that,
Nope.
John, but ice cold. I would go under there for like 2 minutes, get stuff done as soon as possible, obviously, and then the thing that really changed my life, because as soon as I came out of it, the freezing cold corridor, which I previously described as hell, was now like actually a paradise.
You were kind of acclimated to it,
Acclimated, right? Well, just because the shower cold is so much worse, and so that really changed kind of my mindset. And I remember as I would just count to myself, okay, OG, you're going in one. I was Calvin. Oh, Calvin, you're going 1, 2, 3. I jumped in, and right after I did that, there was nothing I was afraid of doing for the rest of the day, ever. And like I would just that was the start of my routine, and then it's like, I don't know, muscle memory from there, right?
I have something similar to that, but
cool.
On the note of cold showers, man, there's some 24-hour gyms in my area. I would go sign up, get a month gym membership just to take a hot shower. I would not do what you did. Or I would just go to a friend's place and be like, yo, I need to get some more water. But for me, the thing that normalized hard work was a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. I'd been kind of athletic in high school, but I was kind of thin and wiry.
Right.
And then adulthood came by, and excess calories. All I did was walk. So I started working out about a year ago.
Right.
And I had never worked out before.
Oh, wow.
Never lifted. And that to me was the hardest thing in the world to do. And I dreaded fucking doing it. But after a while, I normalized it. And once you start bringing yourself to the point of, I can't physically do this anymore, and you normalize that, because that's how you grow and get stronger.
Absolutely.
You
Get
go
used to
until
things.
failure.
Yep.
That made everything else in life just seem so much easier. Oh, you want to water the plants? Like something I'd put off doing? Boom.
Oh,
you
easy.
just go do that. You want to, change your bed, do all your bedding and your sheets, how annoying that is? Oh, that is easy. Why wouldn't you do that? Oh, you want to go out and walk around for 2 hours with a camera? So to me, your cold showers was like my lifting weights. It was just like this normalized.
I'm glad you found
hard work.
that. That's awesome, yeah. And so, what's funny is like a lot of people will look at it, maybe we'll just talk about where we are. We're at the Nathan Phillips Square, ladies and gentlemen, at City Hall, and it looks like they've gated this off because very soon, I don't know exactly when, maybe you have the better date, but
skating surface?
It'll become a skating surface, but it's not yet cold enough for things to freeze, obviously. So for now, it's just
and this was
not a fountain either.
Used for the marathon last weekend.
Oh, it was. Oh, that's correct. Yes, the marathon was very exciting. I kind of disrupted traffic a little bit, unfortunately.
It's an understatement, but yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking about. Oh yeah. So a lot of people think about it as hard work, and one thing I do on my channel, I guess, is give advice to young guys. They just not that I go out and randomly. Unsolicited advice into my phone, but we'll get comments and people ask questions, so I'm like, okay, let me try to give my best answer. And so a lot of people think about it as hard work, but I think as Johnny just illustrated, it's sort of about the discipline of just doing it, and then everything else becomes easier, right? And you build a habit of it, and you build a routine, and then once that's there, you can't undo it almost. So all those things they tell you about forming a habit, just start small. I always say start small. You don't have to go into failure the first time, but just say, okay, I'm gonna go in there maybe 10-15 minutes, and I'm just gonna lift this weight that I read about and do this kind of motion. And it might not be perfect, but next time you go
There's
in,
a book called Atomic Habits.
Yes.
I read half of. And I never picked up, but it's excellent what I did read.
It's pretty repetitive, but it'll just tell you the same thing. But small habits will change the course of your life, right? Little minute differences will eventually steer you into the path of your desires. So great things.
On that note, we're gonna wrap this one up. I want to thank the OG for joining me on this one. If you want to,
it's been an honor.
Follow him. I'll put links to his TikTok and IG and stuff down in the description. So give him a follow.
TikTok.
Let him know in his chat and comments that you came from here. Or not, but do it if you want to. I never put a gun to your heads. And if you want to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel memberships down in the description. There's an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and There's a super thanks button appearing down below if you want to say thanks that way. And there's a QR code popping up in a second that'll let you send me some Bitcoin, which would make you the most awesome person on earth. But again, you don't have to do that. But anyways, let me know what you thought of this video, and if you'd like to see a follow-up. Calvin's about to go on a big adventure through Asia, but perhaps once he's back, we can revisit this and do another walk together.
Absolutely. Very looking forward to that. Going to Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, and we're going to be doing so in a very unprecedented fashion. We're going to have some wearable streaming gear, so that should be something interesting. We won't be on the YT, unfortunately, but we'll probably be on Kik, so at Orient Gent on Kik as well, if you'd like to check that out.
All right, and now we'll see if he's ever allowed in China again. Is Taiwan a country? You don't want to answer that, do you?
I don't even know where. I don't know what YouTube allows. I don't know.
I'll
who's
go
watching.
on record firmly saying yes, it is, and you're an idiot if you say it's not.
Well,
But anyways,
China also China's airports recognize it as a country, so.
Yeah, they recognize the passport, right?
Yes,
you
exactly.
can't just go there and squat.
Of course.
But anyways, just thought I'd end on an awkward note.
Yes,
but
why not?
thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will catch you on the next one.
Peace out.
All right.
Take it
See you
easy, guys.
Yoink.